no, Doc Gina, at congratulations sa National Council on Disability Affairs, no, at sa mga tumulong na mga sponsors, and advance congratulations din, no, sa mga participants, no, sa lahat ng sumali, no, sa ating, no, patimpalak ngayon na pinangunahan, no, ng National Council on Disability Affairs. So nandito na si Ma'am Celia. Ma'am Celia, how are you? Naka-mute ka, Ma'am Celia. Okay. JM, no, naririnig na ba tayo sa live? Kasi nag-message kanina si Alvin na hindi daw tayo naririnig sa live. Sir Alvin, na-check na ba natin kung okay na yung live? JM, pa-check kung okay na daw. Okay na. Ganito talaga pag live, di ba? May mga kunting technical glitches. Anyway, we'll just relax now and smile, di ba? Importante nandito tayo at nandito si Ma'am Celia. Ma'am Celia, kamusta ka na? Nakamute ka, Ma'am Celia. Ma'am Celia, nakamute ka. Nakamute ka, Ma'am Celia.
Okay. Sorry po, hindi kasi ako nakapasok agad dahil hindi ko makita yung link. I had to pumunta pa ako sa iba-ibang site.
Walang problema, Ma'am Celia. Nandito naman kami ni Doc Gina. Anyway, no, tulong-tulong tayong tatlo dito. Yes. Okay. Siguro bago tayo magsimula, gusto natin malaman, no, Sir Alvin, no, pakikwento mo sa amin, no, kamusta, no, ano ba itong Psoriasis Philippines, no? Ilang taon na ba kayo? No? Ano yung inyong vision, mission? Okay. Sir Alvin?
Yes po. Una, magandang hapon po sa lahat ng ating viewers ngayon sa ating inclination. So, ayan, magandang hapon Karanil and Doc Gina. So, about Sorfil or Psoriasis Philippines po, no? Ang Sorfil po is a duly SEC registered and the only globally recognized organization that represents the interests of the millions of Filipinos living with psoriasis. So, ang aming pong organization, it was formed in 2005 by Sir Joseph de Guzman, our founding
kaibigan. No?
Yes, well, actually, nakita ko po si Sir Joseph is watching with us right now. Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Hi, Sir Joseph. Good afternoon. No? Thank you very much for accommodating our invitation and for sending, no, Sir Alvin.
Ayun po. So yeah, it was formed in 2005 actually. Along with Sir Joseph, 5 po sila na nag-form po ng itong support group na with just the interest na makakilala ng iba pong psoriasis patient na hindi lamang po sila nag-iisa. And actually, little did they know, yung Selfless Act po nila will result to great works like this. So as a matter of fact po, Sorfil is turning 20 years old by August 2025.
Congratulations.
Ayan po. So, gaya po na nabanggit ko no, Karanil, initially it should be a support group, pero eventually nag-grow po ang aming organization with the vision of no Filipino suffering from psoriasis shall be left behind. Ayan po.
Okay. So ngayon, no, Sir Alvin, no, mga ilan na yung members ng Sorfil at meron ba kayong mga chapters? Kasi nalaman namin, ikaw pala ay taga Region 1, no? So pakikwento nga, no, yung iba't ibang chapters niyo kasi may narinig din ako at may kaibigan ako, no, na mga living with psoriasis, no, from different parts of the Philippines.
Yes po. Sa katunayan po, ang aming pong local chapters across the country, as of today is already 57. Yes po. These are both community-based and hospital-based communities. So,
Parang humahabol ata kayo, Sir Alvin, sa Autism Society Philippines eh. Autism Society Philippines, no, I think may more than 100 chapters, no, all over the Philippines. Saan makikita, no, Sir Alvin, yung mga chapters ng Sorfil?
Yes po. The chapters po actually, they are from Luzon to Mindanao po talaga. Gaya nga po nung aking sariling chapter, dito po siya sa Pangasinan. It's a hospital base na kung tawagin ay Region 1 Medical Center, Psoriasis Club. So sa NCR, marami po. Actually, marami po tayong kasamahan na nakikibaka rin para sa advokasya ng mga taong may kapansanan. Isa po, meron po tayo sa may Muntinlupa chapter. I believe, Karanil, kilala mo rin siya personally.
Yeah, friend. Marami tayong kaibigan.
Si Marvin.
Hi, Marvin. Hindi ko lang kayo, Marvin.
So, marami po talaga, both hospital-based and community-based, at patuloy pong pinaparami at nire-reach out yung mga, kung tawagin namin ay mga kabalat dito po sa Pilipinas.
Oo, alam ko yon. Tayo ay mga kabalats.
Opo.
Yeah. Okay, sige. Baka may mga katanungan na, no, si Doc Gina, no, at si Ma'am Celia, no, sa iyo, Sir Alvin. No, Ma'am Celia, Doc Gina?
Ma'am Cel.
Okay. Ang una ko lang gustong itanong kay Sir Alvin ay pwede bang ipaliwanag po ninyo sa mga manonood natin kung ano po ang nature ng well, I think maituturing po itong kapansanan, itong psoriasis. And bakit po ito itinuturing na disability ngayon?
Yes po. Yes, Ma'am Celia. Good afternoon po. No? So, napakagandang tanong. Psoriasis as a disability, kung amin nga pong i-lecture din outside this platform. So, ang psoriasis po kasi here in the Philippines ay na-classify as a disability into 3 different classifications base po sa ating PRPWD newest version po. No? So, una ko na pong i-discuss yung tinatawag po kasing generalized pustular psoriasis. This is the newest addition po sa classification, which is newest addition din po sa classification ng PRPWD, yung rare disease. Dahil ang GPP po na kung amin ay tawagin ay may prevalence po na 1.76 or almost 2 lang po per 1 million population in the Philippines. So pasok po siya sa rare disease as classified by DOH, kaya nakapasok po ang mga kabalat naming may GPP or generalized pustular psoriasis sa rare disease na classification ng person with disability. Now, yung pangalawa po ay ang physical disability. Dahil po ang psoriasis ay hindi lamang po sakit sa balat. As a matter of fact, ang nasa balat po namin ay isa lamang sa manifestation ng sintomas ng psoriasis dahil bukod po sa balat, affected din po ang aming joints. So, itong type ng psoriasis na to ay tinatawag namin psoriatic arthritis. So, for those people living with psoriatic arthritis, sila po ay nag-fall sa physical disability because of the limitation sa mobility during flare-ups. And even without the flare-ups, kasi ang psoriatic arthritis po, it's debilitating, it's disfiguring. So, nagkukos po ito ng mga irreversible na pong ano po bang term dito? So,
damage.
Deformities po. Like, literal na nadideform po ang mga joints, buto-buto po ng isang pasyente ng psoriatic arthritis. At yung pangatlo po ay under psychosocial disability dahil po ang mga individual na namumuhay na may psoriasis, they are commonly stigmatized. No? There is this social barrier na we as individuals living with psoriasis, meron po kaming dinadanas na discrimination and stigma towards the condition that hinders our full participation in the society, resulting to psychosocial disability naman po.
Actually, yung stigma, parang yan ang pinakamalaking problema ng mga taong may psoriasis. Karamihan po sa ating mga kababayan, sa ating mga kasama, na nakarinig na about psoriasis, ang kanilang iniisip kagad, ito ay sakit sa balat na nakakahawa. Kaya Yes. Nakakatakot lapitan. Hindi po itinuturing ng maraming tao na ito ay isang serious na disease. Ngunit sa inyo nga po pagpapaliwanag, ay napakarami rin palang severe consequences ng sakit na ito na maaaring makaapekto ng permanente sa inyong kalusugan. Pwede ho bang masabi ninyo kung ano pa yung ibang severe affectations nito sa ating kalusugan?
Yes.
Po makita ng mga tao kung na dapat nilang konsiderahin itong sakit na ito na seryoso at hindi lamang isang paimbabaw na sakit na sabi nga ho nila ay skin deep lamang.
Yes po. So, Ma'am Celia, no, yun nga po, may misconception about psoriasis that it's merely a skin condition. Pero, ayun nga po, if you're going to check sa definition, even by the World Health Organization, ang psoriasis po ay categorized na under non-communicable diseases. So,
yes.
Globally, we are leveling with cancer, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and etc. Pero ayun nga po, yung severity po kasi ng psoriasis, commonly nakikita natin kasi yung sa skin lang. Dahil ito po yung nakikita mismo ng ating naked eye, no? Nakikita yung sintomas na nangangaliskis, namumula, elevated na balat. Akala mo may balakubak sa siko, sa balat, no? Pero it's just one of the manifestation. Isa lamang po siya sa sintomas. So, ang psoriasis po kasi, it comes with a lot of, kung tawagin ng mga healthcare professionals ay comorbidities. So, isa po dyan ang type 2 diabetes. We are at an increased risk of having type 2 diabetes. As a matter of fact, ang inyong pong lingkod na nagsasalita ngayon ay clinically diagnosed in 2018 at an early age of 26. So,
kailan
yes
po kayo na-diagnose na may psoriasis?
I was diagnosed when I was 21 years old, 2011. And in 2018, I was diagnosed to have type 2 diabetes as one of the comorbidities po ng aming sakit.
Okay.
So, ayan, hindi na lamang po psoriasis ang aking nilalabanan, ano? Pero bukod po doon, we are also at increased risk of developing cardiovascular diseases,
yes,
such as obesity. Ngayon po. So, ako po mismo, I was at 118 kilograms last year. So, nag-taper down lang po because we have to be mindful of the condition. Pero other than that po, other than yung mga common na sakit na to, yung cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, there's also the inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's disease. So, ito naman po ay mga comorbidities na kung saan sa mga internal organs ang affected, no? There are studies din po associating psoriasis with uveitis sa mata naman and other conditions, even cancer. So, ayun po, psoriasis, hindi lamang po siya sa balat, pero yun nga po, actually explanation mismo ng aking doktor, no, na yung psoriasis hindi nakakamatay. Which is true. Pero the comorbidities that may develop because parang bilang isang individual na mamumuhay na may psoriasis, which is a chronic condition, ayan po, yun po yung mga dapat iwasan, yung mga comorbidities na natawagan.
Yeah, pero Alvin, looking at you, no, Sir Alvin, looking at you, no, looking at your face, no, and observing your disposition, yeah, you're very positive, no? Saan magagaling yung ganong pananaw mo, no, sa buhay, no, na kahit may ganon ka na kondisyon, no, nakakatawa ka pa rin, no, you're still smiling, no, and I'm sure you're coaching, no, other persons living with psoriasis.
Yes po, Karanil. Sa totoo lang po, this disposition did not happen overnight. Sabi ko nga po, when I was clinically diagnosed in 2011, I was also in the darkness during that time. Hindi pa po ako parte ng Sorfil during that time. Sa totoo lang po, ako ay nagtago at namuhay sa salitang allergy. Every time na po ako, kung ano ba yung nasa balat ko, ano yung nasa mukha ko, sasabihin ko lang po lagi, may allergic reaction, siguro may nakain akong bawal. Pero Ayun po, in 2016, yung aming pong founding president, sabi ko nga po si Sir Joseph, his story was featured in MMK. And lagi ko pong sinasabi na ako ay isang produkto ng MMK because that's when I came out of my shell. So nung napanood ko po, nalaman ko na merong community, doon po ako lumabas. Actually, during 2016, I was isolating myself, working from home. Opo.
So yan, Mr. Alvin, yan ay isa sa pinakamalaking epekto, adverse effect ng psoriasis. Hindi kayo nakakapagtrabaho ng maayos.
Correct po.
Dahil sa kondisyon ninyo. At karamihan pa nga, meron yung sinasabi niyong arthritis. So affected pa yung mga joints, hindi sila makasulat, hindi sila makatravel. So kailangan talagang i-classify as disability upang magkaroon ng suporta.
Yes po. So, ayun nga po, ang dami po talagang barriers na idinulot sa amin ang sakit na psoriasis. It's really difficult to be very positive, to have a very positive outlook in life. Pero gaya nga po nabanggit ni Karanil, no, yung coaching program, it's very helpful. Sabi ko po, produkto ko ng MMK, that's just the start. Lumabas lang po ako noong 2016 pero it doesn't mean na I have this confidence na agad noong 2016. Naglakas loob lang po talaga ako umattend ng World Psoriasis Day and ayun nga po dahil nabanggit po dun sa story ng MMK that Psoriasis Philippines offer a free program. No? This is definitely free yung SOR Coach program. Nagkaroon po ako ng personal SOR Coach. So ako po ay inalalaya ng isa rin pong pasyente, isang volunteer. So actually he is now the president of Psoriasis Philippines. So ayun po, every day, nade-develop po talaga yung self-esteem. Every day may mga hindrances pa rin. Every day, may times pa rin na masasabi ko kapag nag-flare up ako, ang hirap namuhay na may psoriasis. Pero ayun nga, everyday you will always choose to live with it kasi talaga your happiness is a choice, sabi nga. So everyday I choose to be happy kasi wala pong mangyayari kapag I choose na magpakalugmok because of the condition. There's life even with psoriasis.
Yeah. To be happy every day is a decision. No?
Yes,
Ma'am Celia, I think may sasabihin or may tanong si Doc Gina, no?
Yes,
bilang
Gina.
isang babaeng may kapansanan.
Yes po. Dalawa po yung point ko. Meron dito sinabi na yung continuous drinking of the medicines ay nag-end up pala siya sa parang sort of liver condition.
Yes po.
And then yung isang po is what if hindi ganun ka-severe yung epekto, yung kanyang psoriatic effect doon sa person, is it still considered a disability? Parang halimbawa, may nakita kasi ako yung patient ko, she only have here, parang, yun nga sabi mo, balakubak. Pero nothing in other parts of the body. So, consider disability pa rin ba siya? Or kailangan meron talagang, severe effect?
Sige po. Well, unahin po natin yung first question, yung related sa liver. Yes, Doc. So, alam naman natin any other medications, if used outside the supervision of a health professional, it may lead to irreversible na mga side effects or whatnot. So, isa po sa... yes po, Doc?
Yes, this is non-alcoholic fatty liver, they called it.
Yes po.
TJ.
Opo.
TJZ Talom. Okay. Listener po natin and watcher sa
Yes po.
Yes.
So, isa po sa mga gamot kasi na nape-prescribe sa amin, maniwala man po kayo hindi, ay isang cancer pill. Kami lang po ata yung mga walang cancer pero umiinom kami ng chemo drug. Ito po ay methotrexate.
Kaiba yan, Alvin.
Yes po. So, ito pong gamot na ito is very rich in liver toxoids kung tawagin. That's why whenever we take this medicine, regularly din po na tinitignan ng aming liver profile or yung SGPT and SGOT kung tawagin. Personally, I'm using this medication right now at a very low dose. pero monitored po ako monthly ng institution po dito sa Pangasinan kung how's my liver working. So may misconception din po no kapag nagka-problema sa liver, sinasabi dahil manginginom or mahilig sa fatty food, pero may mga individual po kasi na sadyang tinamaan lamang po yung liver because of this kind of medication.
Drug-induced.
Yes po. So ito po, sabi ko nga, it's a chemo drug, it's a cancer pill na aming iniinom kahit wala naman po kaming cancer.
Pero hindi lahat ng may psoriasis ay umiinom niyan, di ba, Mr. Al?
Correct po. Hindi naman po lahat. Well, nabanggit po ito ni Doc Gina, no? Depende sa severity. Kasi when it comes to treatment naman po, may mga first line of treatment pa, yung mga pampahid, which is common dahil nga akala natin it's merely a skin condition. So kapag ang manifestation ng sintomas ay sa balat, usually nakukuha po ng treatment na pampahid or topical corticosteroids kung tawagin. Pero may mga instances po kasi na, for example, ang coverage ay sobra-sobra na buong likod, buong legs, napakamahal ng 15 gram na gamot. Like imagine, gagamitin mo siya for a week or two, di ba? So ang nangyayari po, nireresetahan po kami ng mga oral medicine. Yun nga po gaya na banggit ko, chemo drug. It's an immunosuppressive drug para po isuppress yung immune system namin.
Yes.
Dahil gawa nga pong ang psoriasis ay immune-mediated din. So, ayun po. Well, hindi po lahat umiinom nun, pero marami po ang umiinom nun because sa sobrang kamahalan nga po ng mga topical meds or mga first line of medicine for psoriasis patients. Actually, bukod po doon, may mga mas mamahalin pang gamot, yung tinatawag na biologics, mga injectable medicine, systemic medicine po, which can even cost $1 million per year.
Nice!
Yes po. So,
pero Mr. Alvin, tanong ko lang, kasi I'm very curious, yun ba mga sintomas na lumalabas sa mga may psoriasis, yung mga namamagang balat, scaly, red, yan po ba ay nawawala din o palaging nandyan? Always there? O nagsasubside naman? So kuminsan nandyan, kuminsan wala?
Ayan po. So, ayun po. Yung mga sintomas po ng psoriasis na nagpapakita sa skin, ito po ay nawawala. Pero gawa nga pong ang psoriasis ay chronic, ito din po ay bumabalik.
Okay, so may triggers.
Correct po. Yes po, may mga tinatawag po tayong trigger factors.
Okay.
So psoriasis management is holistic. Hindi po siya sa gamot lamang. So may mga trigger factors po na iniiwasan. Gawang ang psoriasis po up to now ay hindi alam yung pathology niya talaga. That's why hindi po ma-determine how to cure psoriasis. So marami pong factors na tinitignan. Psoriasis being chronic, psoriasis being an inflammatory condition, psoriasis being immune-mediated. No? So ang psoriasis po natitrigger ng iba't ibang factor. Unang-una na po dyan ay stress, which stress factors are everywhere. Pero yun nga, we can always choose how to react sa mga stress factors na ito. So other triggers are alcohol and smoking. We also have environmental triggers. So ako po personally ayoko sa mainit na panahon. Kapag sobrang init po, dyan po ko nararamdaman na lumalabas yung psoriasis ko. I have good friends naman na kapag sobrang lamig, tsaka lumalabas yung kanila kasi nagda-dry agad yung skin. And psoriasis reacts differently from one person to another. Kaya iba-iba po talaga yung trigger factors. Sometimes dahil nga ang psoriasis ay also an inflammatory condition, may mga tinatawag din pong pro-inflammatory food na sinasuggest pong iwasan ng mga psoriasis patients. So, ayun po, it's very holistic. Psoriasis is very broad at napakaraming factors ang dapat i-consider. Now, gaya po ng sabi mo, Ma'am Celia, kung nawawala po ba siya or bumabalik, nawawala permanently or laging nandyan. Nawawala po. Actually, less than 2 weeks ago when we celebrated World Psoriasis Day, clear po ako. Pero right after, I guess, ng pagod, ng
Excitement, ng stress.
Yes po, ng stress kasi of making it a successful event. Bumalik po agad yung aking mga lesions. I'm actually bound for a follow-up checkup this weekend. So, kaya po ang aking...
ka lang daw para maka-TV ka.
Opo. So, ayun. Now, going back naman sa question ni Doc Gina about sa severity, no? Doc Gina, bilang ang psoriasis ay chronic and bilang sabi ko nga, it comes and it goes. May mga times po talagang ang mga pasyente ay on remission. Pero hindi po kasi dapat antayin pa na ang pasyente ay malala bago sila makategorize as a person with disability. I would like to highlight myself as an example. No, right now we are live. Naririnig ako ng ibang tao.
Yes.
Siguro kasi konti yung lesions ko. Siguro kasi I had this SOR coach program. I am already an empowered leader. So hindi masyadong may impact yung social barrier with my current state. Pero
yan pino-point out, no, Doc Gina at mga ka-intonasyon natin. Yan pino-point out ni Alvin. Kasi di ba magsabi tayo ng disability, the health condition or an impairment plus barrier equals disability. So kahit hindi nakikita non-apparent, pero nararamdaman pa rin nila ang barrier. No? Yung husgahan ka, 'di ba? Yung affected ang iyong psycho-emotional. Those are barriers eh. No? So I think yan yung titingnan no nang nagsasabi is this classified as a disability? For me, no? And as Alvin said a while ago, no, it's considered as a disability because there's a health condition and these individuals experience different barriers in their daily life. No? Tama ba ako, Sir Alvin?
Yes po. So, Karanil, no? Actually, sa barrier, sabi ko nga, may times nararanasan ko siya, may times hindi. I'll be honest with that. Pero more than the barrier na stigmang dinadanas ko sa ibang tao, yung barrier din talaga of knowing that the condition is chronic at any time dadating siya. Yes. Gaya nga sabi ko, less than 2 weeks ago, okay ako. As a matter of fact, nag-lead pa po ako ng Zumba nung aming celebration. Ang lakas-lakas po, taas-taas po ng confidence ko that time. Pero ngayon, flare up ako. 1 week na po kung hindi lumalabas. Dahil...
Siguro gusto din malaman ng ating mga tagapakinig, Alvin, no? Napakagaling mag-explain, no, ng disposition. Ano ba yung background mo? No? Ano yung natapos mo? Yung background ng family mo? Ano yung mga ginagawa mo? Ano yung profession mo? Siguro maganda na ikwento mo rin, Alvin.
Ay, sige po. Well, actually, before po ako na-diagnose, actually, the year that I was diagnosed with psoriasis, I am a graduating student po ng accountancy. Oh. Hindi rin po related sa pagsasalita, no? Pero, siguro nahasa po talaga yung aking speaking skills because of psoriasis initially. Kasi, hindi po ako nakapag-practice ng aking accounting profession. So marami pong sa mga kaibigan ko nagsasabi sayang kasi I ended up working in the BPO industry. So ako po ay naging bayaning puyat kung tawagin or call center agent ng 3 years.
I like it.
So ayun po. Yun po yung background ko sa speaking, I guess. Pero more to that is the training na pinoprovide ng Psoriasis Philippines. So sabi ko nga po, it's not just a support group kasi the mission of Psoriasis Philippines is to empower Filipinos living with psoriasis. So ayan, we have capability training. Sabi ko nga, we have 57 chapters across the country and kanina na-flash din po sa screen yung ating SOR Lead Assembly. So ayun, I owe it to Psoriasis Philippines talaga. The trainings that we've had empowers us to talk about the condition so that more people will know what psoriasis is, and we can widen the spaces ng mga people living with psoriasis because of the awareness that we share.
Siguro Alvin, maganda din na may kwento mo. Ano yung mga programa at serbisyo ng Sorfils na pwedeng maabil at pwede rin sumali? Ang mga gustong sumali sa iba't iba ninyong initiative at proyekto.
Yes po. So, Sorfil po, sa mga programa, ayan po, I guess flashing on the screen right now, we have yung amin pong Skin and Bone Clinic. It happens a couple of times in a year. The most recent one we had was in Mandaluyong po. So, ayan, we had the free Skin and Bone Clinic last October 29th, and actually ipa-plug ko na rin po, this coming November 29, we have a leg sa South Luzon. It will be held in Laguna. So for more details, follow nyo lang din po ang aming Psoriasis Philippines fan page para makita po natin kung saan yung next na Skin and Bone Clinic. So, ayan, this is a free clinic and we provide free medicines while supplies last. So, sa mga pasyente. So, meron po kaming dalang mga dermatologists and rheumatologists na titingin sa mga pasyente na magpupunta po sa Skin and Bone Clinic. Now, we can only do so much, pero other than that, sabi ko nga po, we offer coaching opportunities or coaching program sa mga newly diagnosed patients, or minsan kahit they were diagnosed way early na, pero hindi sila, parang nahihirapan sila mag-cope with the condition. So this is a free service. The SOR coaches are also patients kasi yan po sinasabi namin that the doctors, they fully know well kung ano ba yung condition, pero we as patients, we know well how it feels to live with psoriasis, and that's our edge in coaching these patients, these other patients, na kaya namin silang samahan sa lakad na to kasi kami mismo, ito yung aming journey. So this is a free service, again, offered by Psoriasis Philippines for anyone who wants to have a personal coach. So ito po, we also have Patient Summit. Ang Patient Summit naman po, we tackle various topics na relevant about psoriasis. So yung aming naging Patient Summit 2024, ang theme po kasi ng World Psoriasis Day is Psoriatic Disease and the Family. So nung nakaraang Patient Summit, actually this is in partnership with the National Council on Disability Affairs. Doon po ginanap yung aming Patient Summit. And ayan po, we were able to tackle that psoriasis affects not only the patient, but even the community, and most importantly, yung family. That the burdens of psoriasis ay hindi lamang po nako-confine sa pasyente mismo, but even sa family members. So, as to the programs, napakadami po. As a matter of fact, in 2007, we had a massive advocacy campaign na kung tawagan ay Hug Me. Hug Me campaign kasi here we invited celebrities willing to hug yung aming vision, and our statement.
Exciting yan, Alvin. Sino-sino yung mga natin, yung mga celebrities na nagiging champion pa or nagiging advocate din ng Psoriasis Philippines?
Actually, napakadami po kasi even sa celebrities, we have celebrities who are currently living with the condition.
So they open up also, Alvin?
Yes po. Isa na nga po actually sa sinubmit ko sana kay Ma'am Ina, yung aming advocacy video featuring Moira. The singer Moira De La Torre, she has psoriasis. So we collaborated with her with an advocacy video. Maybe you can show it later or the latter part of the program. Pero yun nga po, we invited celebrities who are willing to hug, kasi grabe, hugging someone is like an international symbol that you accept someone, diba? Now, imagine hugging someone with this condition. Grabe yung impact niya na nabi-break talaga yung stigma na kahit na yakapin ko itong taong may psoriasis, hindi ako mahahawa.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
ayun,
yes.
it was in 2007 when we had the successful Hug Me campaign. Now, we did not stop there. We did not stop in telling the people or the community that we are not contagious. In 2010, we started yung Sorfil Caravan kung tawagin. Actually, I was not yet a psoriasis patient here.
May mga bike, no? May mga bike-a-thon kayo, no? Sumali at ako doon nag-welcome kami ng mga bikers, no? Yung mga bike for
Yes po.
psoriasis.
Actually, the bike caravan occurred in 2018 and 2017 respectively. Pero bukod po kasi sa bike caravan, we also go to LGUs. So, kinakausap po namin ang mga health officials, may it be provincial health officer, city health, or municipal health. We also do courtesy call with the governors, no, para makausap sila on how we can better the lives of psoriasis patients in their community, in their respective community.
Yes,
So,
Kasi Doc Gina, may itatanong talaga. Parang may
kanina
ay, sige po.
No, kasi we want to acknowledge some of our viewers like si Emilu Casanova. She's asking kung wala bang package until now ang PhilHealth natin for psoriasis. And then yung second is, ano yung specific, nakakasama ba kayo sa paggawa ng annual investment plan sa bawat LGU para magkaroon nga ng subsidy yung ating mga kasamahang may psoriasis?
Sige po.
I think, Alvin, no, bago mo sagutin, no, isama mo na lang, Alvin, no, yung update, no, regarding sa inyong advocacy. I think you are proposing a bill, no, sa ating kongreso. Sige, Alvin, isama mo na yung update na yan. Kasi sayang, kunti lang yung time natin. Sige,
Yun nga
Alvin.
po, very limited time to talk about psoriasis indeed. Pero yes po, unang-una po, number one, unfortunately right now, even the Department of Health through PhilHealth is not taking psoriasis seriously. Wala po talaga kaming package sa PhilHealth. It's a sad truth na kapag ang pasyenteng may psoriasis ay na-confine because of the psoriasis, wala pong nakukuha na suporta from PhilHealth.
Yeah. Alvin, siguro bago ka magpatuloy, no, baka ito din yung maitulong ko, no, personal to, no, at saka sa inclination. I don't know kung meron na kayong position paper, no, na isubmit natin sa PhilHealth, no, kasi marami naman tayong kaibigan sa PhilHealth, so baka makatulong din, no. Tutulong kami ng inclination at ako personally, no, na siguro mag-set tayo. Tutulong ako na makapag-set ng meeting, no, na doon sa grupo, no, ng PhilHealth na sila yung gumagawa, no, ng mga packages, no, para sa children and persons with disability. Sige, Alvin, go next.
Sige po, Karanil. Narinig po yan nila Sir Joseph who's currently watching with us right now, no? Pero I believe, yes po, we had a meeting before with PhilHealth. Actually, kasama na po ang Philippine Dermatological Society and Philippine Rheumatology Association. These are the medical groups who are taking care of psoriasis patients here in the country. Pero ayun po, up to now, walang progress, which is we are very looking forward na magkaroon ng progress po talaga sa PhilHealth coverage.
Alvin, dudugtungan ko lang yung sinabi ni Ranil habang fresh pa, no? About children. Kasi sinabi mo, ikaw, nung na-diagnose ka, you were 21. And most of the people, I think, who get this condition, adult sila nang ma-diagnose, di ba? usually ang onset niyan ay late in life. Pero paano kung ang dadatnan ng sakit na ito ay mga bata? Pediatric cases, ito ba ay mas severe, mas dangerous ba ito? At anong nangyayari kung ganito ang mga kondisyon, kung bata ang dinapuan ng psoriasis?
Yes po. Actually, gaya nga po nasabi nyo, psoriasis may manifest. Actually, the prevalence ng psoriasis until now, it's an untold story. Hindi po talaga determine kung kailan ba talaga lumalabas. Pero the usual prevalence is from the age group of 15 to 35.
Yes.
Pero there are indeed outliers. I know someone who is diagnosed with psoriasis at a very young age of 2 weeks. At meron din po akong kilala na leader, kasamahan po naming leader sa Psoriasis Philippines, na diagnosed when she retired from the army. So, iba-iba po talagang age group. Pero, ayun nga po, when it comes to the kids, sa tanong nyo po, how to treat, how to manage, it's a very delicate condition kasi when it comes to kids, sa totoo lang, ang daming limitations. Well, I'm not a medical professional to talk about this, pero this is based on experience, Ma'am Celia, na may mga gamot na hindi pwedeng ipagamit sa mga bata.
Yeah.
And very, very few ang ating pediatric dermatologists here in the Philippines. So, isingit ko lang po, no, isa sa mga programa ng Psoriasis Philippines ay tinatawag naming Patient Rescue Program.
Yeah.
So, nag-a-assist po kami ng mga pasyente na idinudulog sa aming organization. At isa po sa mga naidulog sa amin ay isang pasyente from Batangas. He was less than 2 years old, 1 year and 7 months. At dinala po namin siya sa Rizal Medical Center for treatment. So, ang mahirap po siguro sa bata is that they cannot be very vocal sa kanilang nararamdaman. Iiyak na lang sila kung meron silang hindi magandang pakiramdam. Unlike adults, kapag makate, masasabi kong makate. Kapag mahapde, masasabi kong mahapde. Pero for kids, especially, hindi pa nila kayang i-express yun. So, that is very difficult. And the stigma for kids, mas mahirap kasi they cannot, parang hindi nila kayang ipagtanggol yung sarili nila, di ba? So, one very reason po talaga kung bakit ako personally ay yumakap sa aming advokasya, I have a very personal story with a kid. He was 6 years old during that time na na-meet ko siya. We first met sa Mega Mall. Kasama ko yung mga fellow coaches ko noon. Tapos bigla po siyang sumigaw. Sabi niya, hala, may krung-krung ka din. He calls it krung-krung, to be honest. Opo. So, dahil nakita ko bata, I just wanted to be a kuya to this kid. Sabi ko, oo, madami. Pinakita ko yung mga psoriasis lesions ko.
Yung krung-krung.
Yes po. And eventually, we became friends. I was invited to their place for an overnight. Sabi ko, sige po, total wala naman akong pasok. And then I was there. Ngayon, we were watching movies, ganyan, kumakanta kami ng if you know the movie Trolls. So, nanonood kami nun. Tapos kumakanta pa kami nung True Colors. And natapos na. Tapos, gusto pa rin naming manood. So, we were watching. This is a 6-year-old kid during that time. Randomly, yung pinapanood namin is Passion of the Christ na pala. I guess you guys have watched that na. So, sabi ko sa kanya, bigla siyang umiiyak. Tapos sabi ko, why? Bakit ka umiiyak? Tapos sabi niya, kawawa naman si Jesus. Ang dami nga ng sugat, pinapalo pa siya. Tapos, syempre, nung time na yon, I just wanted to comfort this kid. So sabi ko sa kanya, it's okay. Kasi si Jesus nasa langit na. Doon, wala nang sugat. Wala nang sakit. Pero to my surprise, instead na ma-comfort yung bata na Jesus is already okay, sabi nga bigla, sana nasa langit na din ako.
Naisip ko
Para wala na akong krung-krung. So during that time, I was shattered. Kasi
Yeah.
6-year-old kid, di ba? Sorry. A 6-year-old kid na maririnig ko yun sa isang bata, no? It's very difficult. It's very heartbreaking. Kaya yung concern nyo po about kids, napakahirap po talaga when it comes to kids living with the condition kasi ang dami nilang pinagdadaanan. Ang daming...
Ang haba pa ng tatakbuhin nila, Alvin.
Exactly.
Hindi po ba itong psoriasis ay
It's
ang sabi nila ay
lifetime.
lifelong
It's
disease?
a lifetime
At
condition.
Walang cure hanggang ngayon.
Correct po. So,
Hindi po kaya ito pwedeng, meron po kayang cases na na-outgrow ng bata?
well, sabi ko nga po, it depends on the treatment. Managing psoriasis is holistic. So, may times po talaga that the patient will be on remission. Pero given that the psoriasis
Yes.
is chronic, one day, babalik siya.
And
Akala
you
mo
feel
okay ka na.
okay.
And then eventually, andyan siya ulit. So, that's one of the main concerns we have as psoriasis patient, no? And not just the stigma from the people, but the stigma from the condition itself. Bibiglain na lang kami eh. So, ayun, that's one very, yung sa topic about kids, it's very personal to me. So,
Yeah. Siguro dahil medyo kulang talaga tayo sa panahon. Siguro Alvin, bigyan mo kami ng updates doon, no? Doon sa inyong ninanais na mapasa na bill sa Kongreso on psoriasis. Ano ba yung update na doon? Paano makakatulong, no? Kami or yung sektor, no, na sana may pasa na yung bill, no, regarding psoriasis.
yes po. Actually, we already filed ang aming psoriasis bill twice sa Congress. Itong most recent one, it was duly sponsored naman po. Kapartner na rin natin dyan ang Anak Kalusugan Party List in filing it. Apparently, magkuklose na po ulit ang Congress and we have to refile it by next year.
Panibagong
another
Kongreso
filing
tayo.
po. Well, the thing here is every year naman we have progress. So the most recent one, naipasa naman po siya sa first reading. So hopefully, while we are still here, eventually the psoriasis bill will be turned into psoriasis law. So we are calling all allies, no, to...
Ano po yung, Mr. Alvin, ano po yung objective ng bill na ito?
Well, actually, just like the cancer law, we actually patterned it with cancer law, no? Diba, before cancer is not considered as a classification for person with disability. Pero now, even cancer survivors are considered. So, we wanted na ang psoriasis bill will provide a better healthcare.
Okay.
Unang-una for the patient. Sabi ko nga, PhilHealth walang coverage. Access to consultation, napaka-limited. Imagine, dito na lang po sa aming probinsya, a province of 49 towns and cities. Iisang center lang po ang nag-o-offer ng dermatology. Just imagine how much they will cater, no? So, ayun, access to treatment, access to medication. Meron pong mga gamot ang naipasa naman po sa Philippine National Formulary. But then again, these medicines are not made available for us. Sabi kapag nasa formulary, the government can procure, can purchase, and can give it for free sa mga pasyente. Ayan, meron na pong 14 na gamot sa formulary pero wala pa rin po. Wala pa rin kami nakukuhang libreng gamot. So, there's this person talaga na tinitingala ko, si Sir Joseph, no? Sabi niya, I've heard this from him. Sabi niya, sabi niya, access to quality healthcare is a right, not a privilege.
Yes.
So, we wanted the psoriasis bill to be turned into psoriasis law so that yung mga kapwa ko kabalat will have equal access to healthcare that we all deserve.
Okay. Tulungan po tayo dyan at sana po ay magkaroon ng katuparan ng inyong mga hinihiling sa lalong madaling panahon. Kailangan lang ho ay magsama-sama tayo.
Yes po.
Yes.
Yes,
Sige, parang
Kara Neil.
nag-message na ba?
Yeah, yung sige, last message muna si Mr. Alvin.
Yeah, sige Sir,
And then,
Sir
we're
Alvin,
going
no,
to
ano
give
yung mga
our,
mensahe mo no, sa ating mga tagapakinig, no, sa mga pamilya no, na may kasapi, na may psoriasis. Kasi mga taong may psoriasis din, no, katulad mo.
Ayan po. Sige po, unahin ko na po sa mga kapwa ko may psoriasis, sa aking mga kabalat, na laban lang, patuloy lang. Every day, we will choose to fight. Sa mga nakikinig po na walang psoriasis, pero aming mga supporters sa psoriasis community, iniinganyo ko po kayo actually na i-share itong ating live right now kasi it can be viewed naman via replay, no? And of course, samahan nyo kaming i-share sa community that psoriasis is not contagious. Well, like what I always say, psoriasis is not contagious but awareness is. So, samahan nyo po kami na ipamalita yung aming pong sinisigaw na hindi po kami nakakahawa. Ayun lang po.
Yan, ang galing, no? Siguro bago tayong tatlo, no? Bigyan natin mensahe. Pakinggan muna natin, no? Ang patungkol, no, sa inclination. Okay? Or may public service announcement pa ba tayo?
Public service, galing sa Atrieve.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yung attention license professional teachers or LPTS. Join us for Atrieve's inclusive online design training focused on multimedia accessibility. Training date po ay sa November 23, 2024 at ang registration deadline is on November 20. Ang venue po is online via Google Meet. Ang fee po ay 500 pero you can train now and pay later. Join the training first and complete your payment up to 15 days afterward. Meron din po itong CPD units for po siya. And then PRC accreditation number is PTR 2022-383. Enhance your skills in creating accessible multimedia materials for all learners, including those with disabilities. This program is open to all LPTS, whether you're preparing to apply or are already working in DepEd or CHED or private institutions. Register now. Nakasulat po yung where you can register, and then don't miss out on this opportunity to elevate your teaching skills. Thank you, and for the public service announcement.
Hone your skills, gain experience, contribute to a meaningful cause. Incarnation is accepting interns and OJTs for our Facebook Live program dedicated to promoting the rights of persons with disability. Apply now and let's make a positive impact together. Send your application to incarnation@gmail.com. It's incarnation@gmail.com. INKLUNASYON@gmail.com and address it to Incarnation Core Group through our technical assistant, Joanna Marie David. May mga disability-related topics or issues pa ba kayo na gustong pag-usapan? Ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Makipag-ugnayan na sa Incarnation. Dahil sa Incarnation, laging may inklusyon. Ipadala ang inyong reaksyon, komento, rekomendasyon, or suggestion sa aming email address incarnation@gmail.com. Incarnation@gmail.com. INKLUNASYON@gmail.com and address it to our Incarnation Core Group through our Technical Director, Ina Figueroa.
We would like to thank our sponsors and partners, CBM Global Disability Inclusion, Philippine Coalition United Nations Conventions on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities or PCUNCRPD, ENET Philippines, Norfield Foundation, CISO, Philippine Partnership on Children with Disabilities or PPCWD, Liliane Funds, Deafblind Support Philippines or DBSP, Philippine Chamber of Massage Industries for the Visually Impaired or PCMIVI, Provincial Government of Batangas, PIDAO Pangasinan, Regional Associations of Women with Disability or RAWWD Region 1, Mabini Movement, and of course, the ASEAN Enabling Master Plan 2025 Coalition. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Miss Jenny. No? Ma'am Celia, no, ikaw muna yung magbigay ng mensahe mo. Tapos si Doc Gina. And then I'll be the one to wrap up the episode for today.
Maraming salamat po sa aming mga tagapakinig. Ngunit bago po ako magbigay ng kahit anong mensahe, gusto ko lang po sanang bumati sa ating sa bagong Pangulo ng Estados Unidos, si Donald Trump. Nanalo po siya katatapos lamang ng eleksyon sa Amerika. Sa atin pong mga tagapanood at tagapakinig ngayong hapon, sana po ay nakapulot kayo ng mahalagang mga impormasyon at kaalaman na makatutulong sa mga taong kakilala ninyo na may psoriasis at para po malaman ng publiko, maitaas ang kanilang awareness kung ano ang klase ng sakit na ito at kung paano dapat ito ay bigyan ng karampatang tulong at suporta sapagkat hindi po ito tulad ng inaakala nating pang-ibabaw lamang na sakit, hindi may higit na malalim na pangangailangan na tulad ng mga ibang may kapansanan ay nararapat nating pagtuunan ng pangunawa at suporta. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Salamat, Sir Alvin. Thank you po.
Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Celia. Doc Gina.
Yes, magandang hapon po muli. At isa na naman pong maraming natutunan sa araw na to at isa na ako doon. Habang nagsasalita si Mr. Alvin, talagang nakikinig ako, 'di ba? Hindi lahat about disabilities alam na natin eh. So sa mga nanonood po, wag po natin pag nag-flare up kasi like yung sa kapitbahay namin, nag-flare up siya talaga all over her body. So, mula po sa ulo yan hanggang sa likod. So, lahat po yun, lower half. At nakita ko na pumuputok din pala yung mga sugat, Yun yung very, yung delikado na sinasabi kasi may open wound. Wag po natin silang pandirihan, wag pong sabihin na galis aso, wag pong sabihin na parang may ketong. Kung hindi, andyan naman po si Mr. Google. Alamin natin talaga kung ano ba ang kondisyon na to or kapansanan na ito para nga sabi ni Sir Alvin, i-hug natin sila. Akapin natin sila dahil ang kondisyon na to ay hindi po, ang psoriasis po ay hindi nakakahawa. Muli, magandang hapon sa ating mga ka-inklinasyon. Maraming salamat Sir Alvin at marami pong salamat sa mga nanonood at nakikinig.
Maraming salamat, Doc Gina, sa ating mga kasama dito sa inklinasyon. Isang makabuluhang diskusyon naman at pagpapaliwanag ang natapos sa hapon ito. Naway, mapapatuloy yung ating pag-aaral, yung ating panaliksik sa iba't ibang kondisyon. Especially dito sinatawag natin na psoriasis. Sinabi nga kanina ni Sir Alvin na nakailangan tulad ng iba, ang ating mga kabalats ay atin din yayakapin. Kasi sinabi ni Sir Joseph na ang accessibility sa health, sa ating pangkalusugan, ay isang karapatan. Dapat patuloy tayo na magpupunyagi na ang lahat ng karapatan ay sana maisa katuparan. Dahil Yan yung commitment ng Pilipinas ayon sa iba't ibang convention ng United Nations tulad ng UN Convention on the Right of Persons with Disabilities. Ito sa inklusyon, binibigyan natin ng pansin ang lahat ng karapatan ng mga taong may kapansanan. Dahil dito sa inklusyon, walang naiiwan. Dito sa inklusyon, ang ating sigaw. Inklusyon?
Now na!